And welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you. We're going to be playing with these brand new stamp sets and a die set from Cleverprints. Absolutely gorgeous. So we have the Blooms framed die set and stamp set. So pretty, really pretty, which are the ones that we're going to be playing with today. And then we've got the Blooms framed die and stamp set number 2, which is the first video that I did using this absolutely gorgeous collection. So we are going to have a play. Now I'm thinking of doing a so I already have my bits here already done, and I'm thinking that I'm going to do probably that green and pink one, and do a slimline card, because I like the idea of the slimline card. I'm wondering as well whether or not to use this one, which is actually from number 2. So, oh, actually, do you know what? I've got one there that is the colours that I need. So let's just cut that out. Right, I don't know if I'm going to use it yet, but as you can see, I've done quite a bit of prep work. And then I've just got an A4 sheet of cardstock here that we're just going to roughly work out. Now, we're going to have it as the edge. So I'm going to stick the edge down on there, and then we're going to cut it so that that edge is is our piece, if that makes any sense. So we're going to have a shaped edge. So I'm going to cut the card so it is exactly the same length as this piece, and then I'm hoping this makes sense. I really do hope it makes sense. Now I have folded it. I haven't measured it. I very rarely measure when I do slimline cards, but now that I've folded it and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that I may not do a slimline card, because we could stick that on the edge there, and have it go over, and then have maybe that here, and do some maybe inking or like a watercolor something. Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I started off wanting to do a slimline, but there's nothing to say that I can't do a slimline card in another video. It's just my head it happens all the time when I start fussy cutting. I start getting all of these different ideas of stuff that I want to do. So that's sort of what's happening here. Yeah, I like the idea of that. So I'm just going to finish. These are actually really easy to cut out. So there's it's all just more or less straight lines, which is really nice. So they are a good stamp to fussy cut out, she says. And first time ever, I'm taking my time. But yeah, normally I go quite fast, but I am somebody who absolutely loves fussy cutting. So yeah, so I don't mind fiddly bits to fussy cut. Actually, sometimes I think it's nice to have the challenge to do that, but I think a lot of us don't actually like the fussy cutting side of things. So for that, I would definitely say that this stamp is really good for that, because it's all just, there's no sort of twirly whirlies or you know, intricate bits or anything like that. It is literally just all like straight lines, or slightly curved lines, should I say. So yeah, it is a lovely stamp set to cut out. And so let's just cut along here, and then let's have a look at our card base and sort of go from there. So I have already done some die cutting. Now the dies, they're absolutely beautiful. So I don't know if you saw my last video, but the dies actually go over the top of where all those black lines are. That's where the die goes. So I'm thinking that, oh, do you know what? I'm going to do it because I like that. Right, I'm using my art glitter glue for this. I'm just going to put glue on that green edge, because it's not going to go much further over. Actually, I don't think it'll go over at all. So just like that. I love that. So the card base has actually turned out to be, so how much did I, let's have a look. Right, so I folded it over 4 inches, which this now is a 7.5 inch card. So how cool is that? Wasn't even planned, guys. Absolutely love that. Now I do have the die cut here, and if I just pop that over the top of there like so, I mean, how beautiful does that look? I mean, it just makes it pop even more. Now on the back of here I do have the same, let me just get it, the same paper as what I used to die cut. So what I'm thinking is we actually use that in that back, on that back bit. So let's do that. So I'm going to just grab my trimmer. So we want a piece that is 7.5 inches. Oh, sorry, just take this out again and put that in. So 7.5, so I want this at 7, and then whatever this is, I want to take 1/2 inch off, so it's just over 8, so it's about 8 1/8. Okay, and then that should give us, not quite, so is it that way that I need? Right, I'm going to do that at 6.5. Let's see what that looks like. Perfect. So it's 6.5 by 7 is the piece that I've ended up cutting. Okay, so let me just put that back away because we don't need it. Now every time I put it away I do fall the risk of it falling down. So smooth that, and then that is just going to sit inside like that. So this is just, I mean, it's really thin silver paper that I have, and it's just something that I had in my stash, but I think most of us have some sort of silver paper or cardstock in our stash, so that's literally all we are using. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to just glue this. Now this is the same stuff and it is really thin, so what I did was I actually die cut 3 of these together, which made it a lot thicker and a lot sturdier. So and it's only because I wanted to use this paper and this, because it's like I want to say it's like a frosted silver. It's really pretty, but it's like super thin. But yeah, I just think it looks really nice. So just gonna go all the way around here, putting glue on, making sure I try not to miss anywhere, and I get a nice coverage. This has got a really small tip on it. However, if you don't have that, if you use a little makeup sponge and dab the glue all over, that will work just as well. Okay, we're nearly there, guys. So yeah, so this is 3 layers together. Like I say, it's only because the paper was super thin. But I did a lot of prep work before I came on. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, so then I'm just going to go, I'm going to cover, try and get this all nicely lined up. Once you've got one bit lined up, the rest follows quite nicely. So there we go. Oh, I should put that down a second, but there. I mean, how gorgeous does that look, guys? Doesn't that look fabulous? Right, I'm just going to cut this out. Okay, I'm going to just try and get it so that it sort of follows the bumpiness, instead of going round perfectly, like in a perfect circle, because because I think that might work. And then the other thing I'm thinking of is I might come in with some watercolors, and I might do some splashes on the cardstock itself. So let's see what this looks like. And then I need a sentiment of sorts. So we'll have a look on the stamp set and let's see what the stamp set has. But yeah, I just coloured these in with my Copic markers, which is my alcohol ink markers. You can use anything that you have. I did use my Memento black ink, which is alcohol ink friendly. So yeah, so there's no smudging. Oh, what about something like that? I like it, I like it, I like it. Right, let me have a look for some watercolors. Ooh, come on, out you come. I do have these, and we do have a lovely yellow. We don't have a purple though. Oh, here's a purple. Right, so what I'm going to do, we're going to make some splashes, because I think I'd like some splashes on this side. Okay, what did I do with my pin? Oh, I can't lose that, guys. There it is. Oh, that was a close call. So let's pop that back in. Oh, and it looks like my daughter's up. So what I'm going to do is just on my messy mat, just off to the side, is I'm going to put some of the ink from the pens. And that's just so that I can create the splashes. So let's grab a paintbrush. Okay, and let's grab some water. And so I'm just going to go in. And I'm just going to pop that over the top of there, and we're just going to pop on some splats like so. There we are. And then we're going to do the same with our purple. So again, some water in, mix that up, and then we're just going to do the same. And what I'm going to do is we're going to leave that to dry. I'm going to leave it to dry naturally. Okay, and then once it's dried naturally, we'll come back and we'll finish it off. Okay, so we're all dry. I mean, how amazing is that looking? It looks so clean and simple. So I've just put some foam on the back, and I've taken off the backing just so as not to bore you guys. And then I'm just going to stick that there like so. I mean, how amazing does that look? Now, last thing that I'm going to do is I'm thinking we grab one of these, and I'm going to use the Don't Change because I like that. So let me get out an acrylic block. Let's pop you on there, and I'm thinking to do it in purple. Because why not? So this is actually deep purple and it's an archival ink, so yeah, it's a waterproof one. I'm just gonna do a couple of times like so, and then grab some scissors, and we're just gonna cut this down like that. Okay, and then I think what I'm going to do is turn it into a banner. So where's my little scissors? Here they are. So I'm just going to put a banner on either side, I think. Well, actually, I'm going to see what it looks like with this one first, and then I'll decide. So I'm thinking, yeah, both sides. So just like this. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. And then I'm just going to have that just across there. And I think I'm going to raise this up as well. So again, just using some foam squares. These are quite thin, so it's not too dimensional. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to take these off like this. Okay, and then let's stick that down, and I can safely say that I like it. Oh, that looks gorgeous. I don't want to add anything else to this card because I think, and there I might put, actually, yes, let's just do that. I'm going to put in, so I'm going to get a white sheet of cardstock. Or do I want to? No, I don't want to. I want to leave it. We're going to leave it, guys, because I think it just looks nice as is. But yeah. So that is our card for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Please do check out the description box below because all your links are there of where you can buy this gorgeous set. I mean, how beautiful is that? Just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, do check that out, and yeah, I will see you again in another video very soon. But until then, please do all take care and happy crafting. Bye.